أكبر لا إله إلا الله والله أكبر الله أكبر ولله الحمد الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله والله أكبر الله أكبر ولله الحمد الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله والله أكبر الله أكبر ولله الحمد. Indeed, God is the greatest, God is the greatest, God is the greatest. There is none worthy to be worshipped except the one true God, and indeed God is the greatest. All praise to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and we send salutations, blessings on the seal of all the prophets sent by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, God Almighty, to all mankind, the beloved Prophet Muhammad, upon whom be peace, sallallahu salam. We thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, God Almighty, for His love, for His infinite mercy, in granting us the opportunity to come this evening into your homes, as tonight will be the night of Eid al-Adha, tomorrow the day of Eid, or Qurbani as is known here. And we like to welcome you to our very special program here on television, as Muslims throughout the world commemorates the intended sacrifice of the Prophet Ibrahim, his beloved son Prophet Ismail, the significance of the Eid al-Adha celebration and or Qurbani. So I'd like to, on behalf of all our sponsors, welcome you to this live broadcast, coming to you simultaneously also on the Voice of Guyana. And as we start our program this evening, as usual, we always give thanks to Allah, the recitation of the Holy Quran, the final words of Allah, the final revelation, the Kalam of Allah, the words of Allah. My pleasure to invite Haji Zayed Ali, who assists Imam Shahid of Queenstown Masjid, to open our program with a Quranic recitation. Haji Zayed.
Thank you, Brother Ray. Our dear respected Maulana, my dear brother Imran, respected brothers and sisters all, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Brothers and sisters of the other faiths, may the peace and blessings of God Almighty be upon all of us here this evening. I will recite from the final revelation to mankind, the glorious Quran, followed by the English translation, taken from chapter 1. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. I begin in the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful. Alif Lam Mim. ذلك الكتاب لا ريب فيه هدى للمتقين الذين يؤمنون بالغيب ويقيمون الصلاة ومما رزقناهم ينفقون والذين يؤمنون بما أنزل إليك وما أنزل من قبلك وبالآخرة هم يوقنون أولئك على هدى من ربهم وأولئك هم المفلحون إن الذين كفروا سواء عليهم أأنذرتهم أم لم تنذرهم لا يؤمنون ختم الله على قلوبهم ولا سمعهم ولا أبصارهم غشاوة ولهم عذاب عظيم صدق الله العلي العظيم. Translation. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful. Alif Lam Mim. This is the book. In it is guidance sure, without doubt, to those who fear Allah, who believe in the unseen, are steadfast in prayer, and spend out of what we have provided for them, and who believe in the revelations sent to thee, and sent before thy time, in their hearts have the assurance of the hereafter. They are on true guidance from their Lord, and it is these who will prosper. As to those who reject faith, it is the same to them, whether thou warn them or do not warn them, they will not believe. Allah hath set a seal on their hearts and on their hearing, and on their eyes is a veil. Great is the penalty they incur. Sadaqallahul Aliyyul Azim. Allah the Almighty has spoken the truth.
Thank you so much, Haji Zayed Ali. The Haji Zayed assists Imam Shahid Al-Haj Shahid, the Imam of Queenstown Masjid. There's no Queenstown is still praying there at MYO collectively, but the masjid is going up. Those of you who passes around Church Street there, you will see the construction is going on. We make do, inshallah. It will complete soon and be completed, inshallah. And of course, the masjid, beautiful Guyana, will go back there. This evening, I have with me on my immediate right His Eminence Maulana Syed Mohammed Tasdeeq. He's from Bangalore in India, very distinguished brother who's traveled extensively, very qualified as well. Traces his descendant to that to be of the 37th generation, going back to the beloved Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Of course, we have Haji Zayed, and also we have our brother Imran Ali. Imran from the Kiti, the interim assistant imam there. Maybe I'll pause here a little to tell you that the elections will be coming up soon at Kiti. Since I'm there, let me also, for those of you who might be looking at this program and there in Kiti, the nomination has been extended to accommodate other brothers who may wish to nominate persons for the 5 positions to be contested at the elections. As you know, the IMC has a mandate to have those elections completed, inshallah, by the end of this month. So the nomination period has been reopened to accommodate all the members of Kiti who may wish to have nominations now submitted for those positions. And following that, of course, the closure of the nominations next week, Friday, inshallah, the elections thereafter will be held. So we have Brother Imran, the assistant interim imam there at Kiti, but also the vice president of the Muslim Youth Organization in Wolford Avenue. And at MYO tomorrow, inshallah, go early, go out there for 6 o'clock when they're going to start reciting the Takbir. The Salah will start sharp at 6:30. Be there early, 6:15, 6 o'clock, so you can join in the Takbir, inshallah, on the lawns of the MYO ground. Kiti, the Salah will be at 7 o'clock at Kiti Masjid on Sandy Bab Street. At Diamond on the east bank of Damar, the Darul Uloom, as usual, very early. They will be there at 6 o'clock in the morning at Diamond Darul Uloom. At Vaidlas Better Hope Masjid, that's on the east coast of Damar, or Imam Mayuddin there, the Salah will be at 8 o'clock. At 8 o'clock, Vreen and Hoop on the west bank of Damar, the Salah at 7. And at Cumberland, that's way up in Berbice, we have viewers in Berbice and also on the Escribble coast, but at Cumberland at 7. You can call us, and for those of you viewing and not too late, persons still up, you may want to share with us the time. We're very happy to give you the opportunity. Also, we want you to interact with our panel here, particularly Maulana here, things you may want to clarify as well. Feel tomorrow Qurbani, the sacrifice to be performed. A lot of lessons we can learn of this occasion here, and how we can move forward, inshallah. But before I invite Maulana to make his opening remarks, I want to bring in Brother Imran here to render a qasida for us. Following which, after Brother Imran's qasida, will invite Maulana to make his opening remarks. Brother Imran.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim.
किरादा किया है तू जाना पड़ेगा, ओ जाने वाले हाजी बैठक के नगमा तुझको जाना पड़ेगा, किरादा किया है तो जाना पड़ेगा। खुदा ने दुआ तूने आती दी है, तेरे ख्वाब की ऐसी ताबीर दी है। लुत्फ़े खुदा तुझ पर हुआ, कहती है रहमत अब तो आना पड़ेगा, किरादा किया है तो जाना पड़ेगा। मुबारक हो तुझको सफर ये अरम का, हरम पर है साया खुदा की करम का। ऐ मेहरबान जाकर वहाँ भर भर के ज़मज़म तुझको लाना पड़ेगा, किरादा किया है तो जाना पड़ेगा। हरम से मदीने को जिस दम ही जाना, रहे लब पे सल्ले अला का तराना। सरे कार का दराहे परा आका के दर पे जाते आना पड़ेगा, किरादा किया है तू जाना पड़ेगा। ओ जाने वाले हाजी बैतक के नगमा तुझको जाना पड़ेगा, किरादा किया है तू जाना पड़ेगा, तू जाना पड़ेगा।
Thank you so much, our brother Imran Ali, our assistant interim imam at Kitty, and also the vice president of the Muslim Youth Organization. My pleasure now, Maulana, tonight, the night of Eid, tomorrow, the day of Eid al-Adha. Your opening remarks.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وبه نستعين وهو خير ناصر ومعين. قال الله الحكيم في كتابه الكريم لن ينال الله لحومها ولا دماؤها ولكن يناله التقوى منكم. I extend my greetings to all of my viewers, and I'm grateful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that who granted another opportunity to be here to celebrate this Eid al-Adha with our Guyanese brothers and sisters here. And alhamdulillah, we have to thank Allah all the time, especially in these times, which are the special times. We all are happy to celebrate the Eid, and we don't have any problem here, while in other part of the world there is a flood in some part in Thailand, in some other part the brothers are in trouble. So we have to thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We don't have anything here, we don't have any problem here, we are safe, we are secure.
A little rain.
A little rain is a blessing. Rain is a blessing. Alhamdulillah. One thing I want to mention in the beginning, most of you almost listening and watching the programs since this morning, and also you will watch tomorrow and day after tomorrow, and most of the things you will listen and watch is the same thing and repeating over and over. And I want to mention something which you may not listen often. One thing we have to ponder on and we have to reflect is that tomorrow is the Eid and the festival of sacrifice, Eid al-Adha, the festival of sacrifice. We focus normally on sacrifice and we focus normally on festival. It's very important how we celebrate the Eid. I think Eid is a worship rather a festival. That's why in all actions we do tomorrow, we have to make intention. The verse I recited from the Holy Quran in the beginning, it says, لَن يَنَالَ اللَّهُ لُحُومُهَا وَلَا دِمَاؤُهَا وَلَكِنْ يَنَالُهُ التَّقْوَى مِنْكُمْ. It's not the flesh of an animal, not the blood of an animal reaches Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, but the piety and God consciousness and our pure intention reaches Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So it's a kind of worship. Whether we sacrifice or we pray to Almighty Allah or we greet each other, we have to make intention that we are worshipping Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, a kind of thanksgiving to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So it's good. Even while we are sharing the meat, we have to make intention that we are not sharing just as a festivity, just as a joy, just a feel that it's a custom to share the meat with others. No, it's not a custom. Custom is a secondary thing. The preliminary and the main thing is the worship, and we have to make intention, and that intention is supposed to be pure, not to show that we are slaughtering few animals, the cow, the camel, and these things. No, as our wealth allows us to slaughter an animal, whatever it may be, small or big, we have to make intention. That intention is supposed to be pure. That's most important. That's why it is recommended to make intention in our all actions. Without intention, the actions will may not accept by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
Thank you so much, Maulana, for his brief opening remarks. Remember, we want you to call us so you can interact with him. Of course, we want to share with you how the day will be spent, how it should be spent tomorrow, what are some of the lessons of the whole sacrifice itself, and of course the period of the Hajj. And as we conclude the program, inshallah, remember we're going to be continuing on radio. We also want to offer supplication for peace. Later in the month, the country goes to national election, and also we want to have a supplication for that, inshallah. Remember the number, we have two numbers on your screen, so call us and you can interact with members of the panel here. I think the telephone, the two lines are going, so I'm going to take a few calls. Assalamu alaikum. Hello? Like that person is sleeping. Let's see. Assalamu alaikum. We missed that caller. Let's see if it's going again. Eid Mubarak to you.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam.
I want to wish Eid Mubarak to Brother Moin and everybody in CIOG, also Diamond Masjid, also Grove Masjid also. And also you too.
Thank you so
and Brother
much.
Imran and everybody who is here.
Yeah, Brother Imran. This Brother Umar from Makkah.
Jamal.
Brother Jamal. Okay, right. Well, Brother, we got the name a little wrong. All right.
Alright.
All the best to you.
Amen.
Right. Thanks for calling. Eid Mubarak to you. Right. Eid Mubarak. Hello?
Hello, assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam.
Brother Raymond Aziz, Maulana Syed
Oh,
Mohammed
Maulana Badruddin. Just pick it up. MashaAllah. Thanks, you come through. Take it away, Maulana.
Okay, I would like to first of all extend greetings to Maulana,
Thank you very much.
Self, and Brother Imran, and the Imam Self. In fact, our Deputy Imam, so Imam also of Queenstown.
He's expected here, but he's not here.
Most important, all the teachers of the Darulum, students, their parents, and all our donors, supporters, and the whole Muslim community. And also to those who passed away in the accident, you know, we still remember them in our du'as even on today's occasion, and they have made a great sacrifice, and we pray that Allah accept them. They be remembered now, today, tomorrow, and also years to come, inshallah. Also, I would like to send special Eid greetings to the Imams of all the Jamaat, the Darulums, the Maulanas, the Shuyukhs, to all the organization, inshallah. And the Salat at Darulum will be 6 o'clock, inshallah, sharp.
6 o'clock, Darulum, E Street, Maulana Badruddin. You can't miss it. A new building gone up there. Tell us a little about the new building, Maulana.
There's nothing that you talk about a building. The building has to talk itself.
MashaAllah.
Yeah, but Maulana has a spanking new building. All your help and support you've given him. When you go there, you're going to see it. Tomorrow, 6 o'clock, the East Street Darul the East Salah there will be done. And Maulana Badruddin, of course, sending out to all the Darul all the Jamaats, all the Imams tomorrow, Eid al-Adha. Tell us a little about the significance of Eid al-Adha from your standpoint, Maulana. You would have been in India, you've studied, you've been a lot throughout Guyana, you've delivered a lot of these khutbahs and so on. Take 2 minutes and tell us something.
Listening to what Maulana said and to all the lectures that you've been listening every year about Eid, one of the things that the lesson that we learn on this occasion is when we do the sacrifice, it is not about the blood, the meat, but it's something that is much more special than that. Maulana said one of it. When we, for example, on the day of Qurbani, place our animals on the ground facing the direction of the Kaaba, and then after that we will tie the animal. When we tie the animal, then we sharpen our knife. And when we sharpen the knife, what do we do with the knife? The moral behind tying the animal on the ground facing the direction of the Kaaba and sharpening the knife, it is very important for everyone who is doing the Qurbani. And what is the moral, the lesson behind it? When we tie the animal, it is not the actual physical animal that we are tying and placing on the ground. It is really and truly, we are tying our evil thoughts, the bad things that we have been doing in our life. For example, there are many wrong things that we sometimes do. Some of us, we are not conscious about them. Hurting our neighbor, saying wrong things to our parents. Sometimes, so many other ways we commit sins. Leaving our prayer, leaving our fast, and so many other things that your sins that we commit. So what we actually do is we tie them and we place them on the ground, and then we sharpen our knife. And then when we go to cut the neck of the animal, we must ensure the knife is sharp. And the knife is all about our intention, that our intention must be correct, must be right. And when we cut the neck of the animal, what happens? The blood flow. What is it that flows? We look at the blood flowing. We read a dua, the dua that we make, begging Allah for accepting our sacrifice. We say, as we start our dua, we say, Inna salati wa nusuki wa mahyaya wa mamati lillahi rabbil alameen. My wealth, my life, my death, everything is for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, lillahi rabbil alameen, for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Inni wajjahtu wajha alladhi, I face the direction of my Lord. And then the sacrifice that I'm doing, it is actually putting everything before Allah, and then I'm cutting the neck of it, and the blood flow. Let every evil that is within us, that exists in our life, that it flows as the blood will flow from the animal. That is the great lesson that I would like to probably mention to you as you ask what lesson. There are so many lessons, but this is one of the
those of you who want,
we learn about. Because every year we do Qurbani, what is the benefit of it?
Right.
The benefit of it is that the year we make a sacrifice, like Maulana did say, it is not about a ritual, a custom that every year we do Qurbani, but is the Qurbani making us a better Muslim? A Muslim, no 2 day of a Muslim is the same, and no 2 Qurbani of a Muslim is the same. It helps us to grow spiritually and to connect ourselves with Allah. So may Allah bless all of you, inshallah. And I can really and truly, I don't want to take up much of your time because I see you.
Maulana, I'm glad you called. I'm happy. Those of you who wants to hear more about the whole Qurbani, tomorrow morning, 6 o'clock, Darul on East Street, Maulana will give it to you. I can tell you, you can't miss him. You know Maulana?
Yes,
you know him.
He's my friend.
Right. He's your friend. You see?
Oh,
He
and
can-
thanks. One thing is special I found in him is he can speak Urdu fluently with me. One thing
You
is
have a
common.
friend, Maulana Badruddin.
I know. No, listen.
Sure.
I would like to send a special greetings out, Ray, and I mean, I'm taking a special time to say this. I have a cook by the name of Redman, well known as Redman.
Razak.
Razak, right. And he's actually looking at the program right now, and I think he's standing.
His
waiting
father
to
is
meet
still there? Mamu.
Mamu.
Mamu
son,
is
yeah.
still there?
He's well known as Redman.
Yeah.
But I mean, people call him different name and so on like that. But he's not a red person. He's an Indian. But alhamdulillah, a wonderful cook. Tomorrow morning, Ray. In fact, every Eid day, what we do in the Darnum is that we put up a pot and we cook dal and rice and beef curry. You understand? And the fireworks. You understand, Ray? In the night, nobody uses a pot, right? Because the pot you can't eat it in the morning, you have to eat it in the night because poor food just kick your stomach up late and so on too early. You understand me? You understand me? So what we just do is that tomorrow morning, inshallah, I'll be inviting everyone to come and participate because Redman is the one who is
No,
in
he's
the canal tomorrow.
good. He's a very good cook. No, can't get away. I know that. I came there already several times.
MashaAllah, yeah.
Yeah, he's-
So, he got his masala already. He bought it also already, yeah?
Radman Razak, you're looking at this program. Your dad Mamu and their West Rheinfeld, Alzanovich, all the best. Eid Mubarak to you. Maulana, thanks for calling, and to you and to all the other Maulanas and the students of the Darul Uloom. May Allah bless you. May Allah continue to guide you. May you grow in strength and be more prosperous. And once again, Eid Mubarak.
And in conclusion, I would like to say to all my family at Mahaika, my mother-in-law and everybody at Mahaika, inshallah, Eid Mubarak to all of them. And may Allah bless all of them. I know they probably be looking at you, but when they see you, I want them to know that they see me. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam. May I thank Maulana Badruddin very much. Of course, good friend of ours and many. I'll come back to you, Maulana. Take two calls. Eid Mubarak to you. I missed that one. Eid Mubarak. Walaikum salam. This Brother A. Speak up for Brother A. Many happy return. Who's this? Brother Ahmad, Plaisance. Go ahead, Brother Ahmad. What time, first of all, is Plaisance praying tomorrow? 8 o'clock. At 8 o'clock at Plaisance. Yeah, that's a beautiful Al Jama'ah there on the east coast of Damar. Yes, Brother Ahmad. Go ahead. Yeah, Imam Maruf, when several years back when I had the pleasure of introducing him, he was then the youngest Imam. But of course, he has grown from strength to strength. In fact, he's one of the top Imams now. Very good brother. Very knowledgeable brother. Go ahead.
Greetings to all the Muslim brothers and sisters of Guyana. And on behalf of our Jamaat, Plaza, Sunnatul Jamaat, we send greetings to one and all. Assalamu alaikum.
Okay, thank you very much, Brother Ahmad. There from Plaisance, he's the president. Imam Maruf is his nephew, and nice Al Jama'ah there. 8 o'clock at Plaisance. Remember, nearby, Vaida's Better Hope will be at 8 o'clock also. MYO, be there 6 o'clock, 6:15. They're going to start 6:30 sharp. 7 o'clock at Kitty. Diamond on the East Bank at 6 o'clock. Reading Loop at 7 up in Berbice. If you're viewing, can call us. Cumberland at 7. Essex Bible, we want to also hear from you. Eid Mubarak. Alright, you have to turn down the volume of your TV set. Yes. Go ahead.
Yes, Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam.
This is Brother Zahar from Lagamash.
Lima Masjid. Oh, this is Syed family.
Syed brother.
Yeah,
Go ahead. I'm happy to hear from you. Yeah, go ahead, Brother Zahar.
My brother Zahid, my sister, Dr. G's sister.
That's the one at Cotton Field.
Dr. G, right?
Yeah. Nice family. Just turn on the volume of the TV. Ask your relatives at home, turn the volume down a little bit. We lost you? Or we gone off? But when you come through, take down the volume of your television set, please. Eid Mubarak to you. Hello? Hello? Alright, that person perhaps is not ready. Eid Mubarak.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening to you, sir.
I just want to ask one question. Is is it important on the special day of Qurbani? A person should sacrifice all the negative, not only sacrifice the animal, but sacrifice all the negative quality.
Thank you, Maulana. Will respond to you. I rather suspect you like Islam, but haven't yet come into the fold. I'm hoping when Maulana answers you, you will join us. But thanks for calling. Enjoy the day tomorrow. Maulana?
In fact, in Islam, whatever we do, it has its own lesson we need to learn out of it. Like some of our non-Muslim brothers and sisters may ask a question. It's running in their mind that while Muslims go to the Mecca and in Mina, they stone the pebble to a replica for the shaitan, the devil. So what is the act? That's not a shaitan, that is a stone, that's a pillar. So why the Muslims, they stone the pebbles on the pillar? So it's nothing to do with that. But while we are stoning these pebbles on the pillar, it's not the stone, the pebble hitting to the pillar, it's our intention. It's a replica. We need to learn lesson that whatever the devil we have to stone, we have to throw away, we should not follow. That's the lesson. Likewise here in Qurbani, once we slaughter an animal, it's we are promoting the sacrificing nature within ourselves. Like our Prophet Abraham sacrificed his own son, showed the obedience to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accepted his sacrifice and ransomed with a ram. So the only thing which accepted, in the beginning I recited the verse from the Holy Quran. It's not the meat and flesh reaches Allah, not the blood reaches Allah, it's our intention, it's our God consciousness reaches Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That's the most important. Once we slaughter an animal, we are not throwing away our devilness within ourselves, we are wickedness within ourselves. It does just, we are doing something. It's Allah is the merciful, granting some blessings upon reward about that action. In fact, once we are not taking lesson out of it, just we are doing something. We are not doing as per the Islamic law. That's the most important. That's why I started from the opening remarks insisting this point that we need to make intention, meaning once we sacrifice, we should not think of the materialistic thing, rather we have to think the spirituality of the action. So that's why we have to change ourselves, we have to revive, and we have to reflect. Every year we need to change. We need to be better Muslim, we need to be better loyal to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That's the most important lesson.
Eid Mubarak to you. We've lost that one. Eid Mubarak to you.
Mubarak Eid. Special Eid Mubarak to everybody and a good night. But I just need to ask the Maulana a question. Now, as a Muslim from heart, what I need to ask, is it possible that shedding slaughtering of the animal is correct? And I see this, just asking because seeking to know in knowledge what is the real authenticity and the real acceptance of the law in Muslim going through this tradition and the meaning of the slaughtering of the animal and shedding of
the blood. Oh, sure. Okay. Maulana, I think you got the message. Qurbani, or one of the things is why we slaughter animals.
You almost listen about this, it goes back, we remember the action of our Prophet Ibrahim, who ready to slaughter his own son, but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala ransomed with the ram, and now we remembering that great sacrifice. But I want to mention something different, which is very important, and I will take a few minutes time. I hope that I have that time. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created few groups of creation, like the plant, which grows but not having sense. The second group is animals, which also grows, but additionally they have sense, a special kind of sense, which plants are not granted. And the mankind, which they are growing, as well as they're having sense, as well as they blessed by the knowledge and understanding capacity, right? So once an animal eat the grass and plant, it's not a news, it's an ordinary thing, which means plant granted the promotion and now it is a part of an animal. And similarly, its opposite is not it's not as a natural. Like once a plant kills an animal, it becomes a news that a plant kills an animal, because it is not natural. Likewise, once if we kill an animal and we eat that animal, it means that animal got promotion. Now it's not no more animal, it's become a part of a mankind. So it can understand, it can having sense and better than animal. So it's one of our Jainism brother who asked in question in India that why Muslims slaughter an animal, because the animal is having a life, so we should not kill an animal. I replied same thing to that brother, that see, if we kill an animal, in fact we are doing favor to animal, and that animal is no more animal now the part of mankind, so it got promotion. That's why we have in Islam, once a person die normally, he may get reward, but not as the shaheed and a martyr. So once a person give away his life in the way of Allah, it's a promotion, like he is eternal, he got life for permanently. So that's why here we slaughter an animal and we are giving an animal a promotion. Now that animal is a part of mankind. The first of all these things. And the other thing, once we slaughter, as I mentioned before, it's not a blood or not a flesh reaches Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. With this action we make intention, and we revive ourselves, and we throw away whatever the devil within ourselves, and we reflect on and try to promote the sacrificing nature. And it is recommended to make the three parts of this qurbani. One part used by ourselves and our immediate family, and the other part is to share with friends and relatives, and the third part we share with needy and poor. This action in fact promote the brotherhood and unity among our society. If we disbalance our society economically, that create enmity in our hearts. So once we share our meat with our poor and needy, as well as we share with our neighbors and relatives and friends, then sharing the meat itself attracts the love and attraction. So it promotes brotherhood, it promotes unity among our society, and make the balance in our society. So that is the best lesson we can take out of this qurbani and out of this sacrifice. So once we sacrifice an animal, that we promote the sacrificing nature within ourselves, and not only promote the sacrificing nature, we are giving promotion to an animal, and now that animal is no more animal, that is a part of our body. Now it's a part of mankind. And the third thing, we share this with needy and poor, and as well as our relatives and friends, and we promote the brotherhood, as well as we create balance in our society. What else better than this action we repeat every year?
I hope that answered your question. I also want to include here, for those of you, in addition to all our sponsors, remember the new Subs and Salads, the restaurant there on Sharif Street, and also newly opened the Italian Grill, fully halal Italian restaurant, Italian foods, and also the Sub and Salad. Remember, they're opening until midnight every night. So those of you who haven't yet visited them, you need to do so. Subs and Salads on Sharif Street, and the newly opened Italian Grill, the new Italian restaurant, fully halal there. Our brother Sharif Ahmed, Sunita, his wife, and the rest of the family and the staff as well, on behalf of Subs and Salads, the entire complex there, the new Italian grill restaurant. All the best to you, all the customers and friends, the Muslim community. Eid Mubarak. We go quickly and take two more calls. Eid Mubarak to you.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam.
Eid Mubarak to you.
Many happy returns to.
I'd like to send out Eid Mubarak to the Darulum, Maulana Bajuddin, Maulana Hasif, Maulana Riyad, and all the students of the Darulum, and my family, Mahmoud, my mother, my wife, and all our family, and the brothers of Old Mosque.
This is Redman.
Yeah.
I pick up the voice. All right, thanks for calling. All the best to you. Allah bless you as well. Yes, sure. All the best too.
Especially to Maulana Bajuddin.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
He also reciprocated likewise.
Okay,
All the best to you. Eid Mubarak. Eid Mubarak to you. Just turn the volume down of your TV set for me, please. Yeah, go ahead.
Hello, good night.
Good night.
I'd like to send out the happy greetings Snarly and his family. Right?
Well, you can turn the volume for us down, please.
The Snarly and his family. Right?
Really?
And I wish him happy Salam alaikum.
All right, well, Smalley, some lovely person want to wish you all the best. You know that person. We don't know where Smalley is from, but maybe you're a small person. So all the best to you for Eid tomorrow. Eid Mubarak to you. All right, we lost that caller. Maulana, we want to go in a little more in depth a little later on. I also want Brother Zaid to sing for me one of the favorite songs for the occasion of Eid itself. Eid Mubarak to you.
Mubarak.
Yes, go ahead.
Brother, I want to find out something. What is a muta?
What is a?
Muta.
Mutta.
Yes.
Mutta what? Mutta what?
It's a wedding, I think, a temporary marriage or something.
Oh, temporary marriage. This is not the occasion for this. We're dealing with Eid and Korbani. But because you called, I'm just going to permit it because it's Eid. It's a time of joy, even though it's a very sacred occasion tomorrow and tonight, the night of Eid. I'm going to ask Maulana just to briefly, maybe just give the concept of the mutta marriage which you're referring to. I'm just going to entertain.
Anyhow, the question arises and we have to answer, but it will take a bit time. But I want to shorten the answer. In the time of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, it was two kinds of marriages: the permanent marriage and the temporary marriage. The temporary marriage is called mutta marriage, and it was continued in the time of the first Khalif and the second Khalif because of the situation and the misuse of the people who was misusing from this law. So he banned that law and he said, "Ay mutatan kanatani muhallalatani fi ahdi Rasulillah wa ana uharrimuhuma." And the two kinds of mutta was allowed in the time of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, but I will ban it for the reason which he was finding for himself, right? So, but in few, one of the sects like Shiaism, they continue and still it is allowed in that sect. It is a debatable thing, and it is mentioned in Quran also. It is a Quranic perspective, and but if the law is prescribed something, there may be people who misuse the law. So once if someone misuse the law, we should not alter the law. Rather, we have to teach them how to properly use the law. So we will continue this debate in some time later, and we need whole hour to explain on Quranic perspective as well as the traditions, as well as the historical background. It needed, we need to open our minds to have a good type of discussion, and that will promote our brotherhood in our Islamic Ummah, inshallah.
All right, that's it for now. Let's leave it there. If you need further guidance on that subject, we can always make contact with Maulana, inshallah. Eid Mubarak to you.
Hello?
Hello.
Assalamualaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam.
How are you?
Alhamdulillah. Yeah, just turn the volume down for us.
Yes, Brother Raymond. Is Imran?
Imran, but Imran from...
Your brother-in-law?
Oh.
Yeah, assalamu alaikum to everyone there. Just want to send out greetings to my mommy, Uncle Ashraf, to you, my sister Shanaz, and to the Muslim throughout Guyana. Happy Eid. I just want one thing. We're trying to call you all night tonight. Kitty, what time are you praying tomorrow?
Kitty is praying at 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock.
All right. Eid Mubarak.
Thanks for calling. Eid Mubarak to you as well. All right. We're just going to take about one or two more calls. I want to bring you some kind words, greetings from our sponsors, and I want to invite Haji Zaid for his song. I want Maulana to expand a little more on the subject itself, the day, how we observe the day tomorrow for say, and also the signal, because it's a period of Hajj. A number of our brothers and sisters have left us. They've gone to perform the Hajj. I think Maulana, who's been there on more than one occasion, briefly can tell us something and maybe inspire those of you who perhaps have intention, inshallah, to make that one day as well. But let's maybe just take two quick calls and then take the break. Eid Mubarak to you.
Yeah, hi, Brother Aziz.
Yes?
I have a question for the Maulana.
Sure.
He offered an explanation a few minutes ago to the effect that slaughter of the animal is raising the status of an animal to humankind. Something similar to that, not in those exact words. My question is that his opinion or is that the authority? If so, where is the authority for that you just explained?
He's heard you. Yeah, sure.
Okay. This is not something which is mentioned in Quran or something mentioned in traditions, but this is this explanation given by one of the Islamic philosophers. The philosophy behind the slaughtering an animal is one of the philosophy behind that. It's not the whole philosophy. The one of the philosophy behind that is the giving promotion to the mankind. It means it's not we are harming the animal, rather we are promoting the status of the animal. That's only, not the Quranic perspective.
When you give an explanation, you explain to non-Muslims as well as Muslims. Yeah. And Muslims may tend to lean towards your explanation and accept it as it is. But that's really not, I don't think that is really right. That's far from what slaughtering the animal really is, and that should not be an explanation for that reason.
No, brother, listen to me.
It is not that.
No, I explain whole the thing. One thing, what is the Islamic perspective about the slaughtering an animal, that is a qurbani, and I explain, and nothing discussion and debate about that perspective. But these things also mentioned by the Islamic philosophers. So it doesn't mean that the whole philosophy behind that is this one. So that may be also the one of the philosophy. It's nothing wrong mentioning this. So we were discussing with our one of our Jainism brother. So it was the
it's an opinion, not an authority.
Yes, it's opinion. I mentioned it.
Not an authority then.
No, it's not an Islamic thing. But one of the Islamic philosophers mentioned that this may be also the philosophy behind Islam.
I think a lot of non-Muslims will be happy to hear that. It's just an opinion.
Yes, okay, sure. Thanks for calling. I'm glad we're happy that it's been clarified. Thanks for calling, and Eid Mubarak to you and your family. Eid Mubarak.
Mubarak to you, brother. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam.
Eid Mubarak to every Muslim who's listening. Brother, Eid Mubarak to you and your family. Brother Imran, same Eid Mubarak to you and your family. Brother, I'd like to send Eid Mubarak greetings to the brothers of Legwan, Amjad Shah, Brother Rafiq, to the brothers of Vikanam, the brothers of Esikibo, Ibrahim Zul, and the brothers of Barbies, and all the brothers of Kitty, and to everyone listening, and also to my wife and my daughters. Assalamu alaikum and Eid Mubarak to you,
Whose greetings are coming from?
Brother Abdul Kareem, brother.
Brother. Who?
Kareem, brother Abdul Kareem.
Brother Abdul Kareem. Okay. All right, thanks. Yeah. Thanks for calling. All right, let's take one call and then we break. Eid Mubarak to you.
Hello, good night.
Good night, too.
Happy Eid Mubarak to you.
Many happy returns
to you. I'm on the television now. I'm very happy. And I would like to send greetings to my friend, Mr. Hali of Guyana, America, brother Sawmill.
Oh, that's brother?
Yes, that is my very good friend, also Mr. Hussein and his family of Rico. He's a very good man. I would like to send out that greetings to you too and your people there.
Thanks for calling.
Dear.
And what's your name?
I'm Mrs. Carter from Perica.
Mrs. Carter from Perica.
I'd like to send out greetings to Mrs. Ack of the DPP. Director of Prosecution. So,
the Director of Public Prosecution, yes. Okay.
Thank you.
Ms. Carter, thanks for calling, and all the best to you too. All right, we have to break now. It's just about 30 minutes after 11. We're going to take a break, bring you some of the greetings on behalf of our sponsors, and then we continue with our program.
ताज़ीम से लेता है खुदा नामे मोहम्मद क्या नाम है सल्ले अला नामे मोहम्मद ताज़ीम 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 से लेता है खुदा नामे मोहम्मद क्या नाम है सल्ले अला नामे मोहम्मद ताज़ीम 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 से लेता है खुदा नामे मोहम्मद क्या नाम है सल्ले अला नामे मोहम्मद ताज़ीम 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 से लेता है खुदा नामे मोहम्मद क्या नाम है सल्ले अला नामे मोहम्मद ताज़ीम 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 से लेता है खुदा नामे मोहम्मद क्या नाम है सल्ले अला नामे मोहम्मद ताज़ीम 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 से लेता है खुदा नामे मोहम्मद क्या नाम है सल्ले अला नामे मोहम्मद ताज़ीम 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 से लेता है खुदा नामे मोहम्मद क्या नाम है सल्ले अला नामे मोहम्मद ताज़ीम 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 से लेता है खुदा नामे
back to this live broadcast coming to you from NCN. Tonight, the night of Eid. Tomorrow will be the Eid, the 10th of Zulhijjah. Of course, signifies the day of Eid al-Adha. It's a national holiday here in Guyana, and most of the Jamaats will be having their Eid Salah, the Eid prayers, the Eid service early in the morning. So following that, they will then proceed and do their Qurbani. Maulana would have explained a little concept, the concept given the significance of the sacrifice. But that's not all. We want him to also go a little more in terms of some of the lessons that this Qurbani we can really benefit from. As he alluded to, it makes no sense we go, the meat, the blood doesn't reach Allah, it's our intention, our piety. But certainly, having done that, there are some lessons more in depth that we can learn from, not just us as Muslims, but even you, our brothers and sisters in humanity. And also here this evening, and at the same time, we also benefit from the presence of His Eminence, our beloved Maulana Syed Mohammed Tasdeeq. Eid Mubarak to you.
Mubarak Eid, Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam.
I'd like to send out Eid greetings to my son Farad and his wife Bibi and my loving grandson and my sister Lynette and every one of you and all the Muslim Illusic. This is Carlos' sister.
Oh, this is Brother Carlos' sister. And how you been keeping?
I'm trying.
May Allah bless
I remember them.
We all, inshallah. Always remember him.
Yes.
May Allah bless you. Eid Mubarak.
Mubarak Eid.
And thanks for calling. I remember our late brother Ali Bacchus, Brother Carlo. Beautiful voice. May Allah forgive him. And of course, and all our brothers and sisters, our two youngsters, little Rahim, our brother Khalid, that we were involved in that tragic accident. But Allah knows best. Those are two little angels now in the care of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Little Samir, still hospitalized, but every day signs of improvement. May Allah guide him. May Allah make it easy for Brother Shamir, his family, and all the other brothers and so on who were there on that day. It was only Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows best. As Muslims, we believe in that. We make dua for them. Inshallah, they also may be making dua for us as well. And those who remember all the phone calls and those who still continue to make dua for us. You know, Brother Ray has always said to you, remember, Brother Ray, remember all of us in your duas. And maybe it's a dua that Allah, that you'll be making, that Allah has guided us. And inshallah, we want to thank you so much. Eid al-Adha, Qurbani tomorrow, significance. We also remember all our sick. Maulana alluded to that in our beautiful country here, we don't have some of the problems some other countries are experiencing right now, but we have peace and tranquility and all of that, and we can do our Qurbani, free worship and so on. And Allah has blessed us with that, and we always have to thank Him for His boons and favors. Eid Mubarak to you.
Mubarak Eid.
Thanks for calling.
Brother Raymond.
Brother Raymond.
Brother Zahar from Guyana Masjid again.
Yes, yes.
The phone cut off.
Yeah, the phone cut off. Well, I think that your TV was up a little loud too. But go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. I want to extend Eid greetings to my brother Zahid and family, to my sister from Cottonfield, my mother from New York, my sister Shamo, Zafo, my four brothers, Shamal, Zamal, Nazam, Irzam, and to the panel, I want to extend Eid Mubarak. Eid al-Adha.
Eid Mubarak
my cousin Irfan and father from Beto.
Yeah, certainly.
My uncle Shandan Ali, Haji Shandan Ali from Lima.
All right, to you, Zar. What time Lima praying tomorrow? You have an idea?
Yes, 7 o'clock.
7 o'clock at Lima. All right. May Allah bless you to all the brothers and sisters throughout Essequibo, from Aurora right down to Jocklo. All the best, whoever looking at the program this evening. May Allah bless you. Eid Mubarak. Maybe on Saturday, maybe coming up there on the Essequibo coast, perhaps Friday or Saturday, inshallah.
Okay, brother.
So may Allah bless you there. Thanks for calling. And again, to your brother Syed, let me give you the opportunity to reciprocate and send back your greetings.
Yes. I would like to send Idul Adha greetings also to my brother, all my nieces, my sister-in-law there and so on, all my sisters in Essequibo and brothers. May Allah bless all of you on this happy Idul Adha occasion.
I know he will come up. You missed him in Ramadan, so he has to come up and visit you all. Inshallah, all right? Take care. Eid Mubarak to you. Hello.
Hello, good night.
Good night, sir.
I would like to send out happy Qurbani to my family and friends throughout Guyana. Hello?
Yes, we're hearing you. We're hearing you.
Yes, it is always remember Qurbani up in Essequibo.
Uh-huh.
I'd like to send out happy Qurbani to the Ramjan family of Hibernia. Hello?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Yes. The Ramjan family of Hibernia.
Uh-huh.
And the Maklum family of Hibernia.
Hibernia.
Yeah.
All right then. And greetings are coming from?
Rocky.
Rocky. Okay, Rocky.
Yeah.
Thanks for calling. And all the best to you. So, Rocky, you know Rocky from Hibernia? He's sending greetings to you there, the people of Hibernia. Hibernia, if you're listening to us, give us a call. We do have some calls coming in sometimes on some of the other programs from Hibernia. Eid Mubarak to you. Hello.
Hi, Brother Ray. How's it?
Alhamdulillah. Walaikum salam.
You can't catch your voice, says you're fine.
Oh, Minister. Oh, you never pick up the voice. May Allah bless you. Eid Mubarak. Go ahead, Minister.
Okay. Well, I just wanted to take the opportunity of wishing you, all the brothers and sisters, Eid greetings. And, you know, the message of sacrifice is one that's important for our country, one of selflessness. This whole act was one that was filled with selflessness, was one that spoke to the whole issue of unification of our people. The Hajj is the oneness of people, regardless of race, religion, regardless of where you're from, regardless of your social status, your wealth. Everybody is united in one cause, and it's a strengthening of faith. So I'd like to take this opportunity to wish all the brothers and sisters Eid Mubarak, not only from my own behalf, but that of the People's Progressive Party, and also to my parents and all my relatives, especially the brothers and sisters of the Nora Masjid, where I will be going tomorrow morning at 6:30.
You're going back home. Thanks a lot, Minister. Mr.
All
right.
All right, take it.
Thanks for calling. Yeah, Mr. Irfan Ali is right. And let me also include here Mr. Mansour Nadir, Mr. Sheikh Bash, the president, the government of Guyana. Beautiful country. Maulana, we alluded to it earlier, and I did say I want you to say something about it. We're coming up to a period of the election. Our people, nice country, beautiful country, and the lesson is Qurbani. But Minister Colin, let me give you the
one
opportunity.
of the things what I think I mentioned before in several programs, that I have been in several countries, around 17 countries I travel, and I try to, whatever blessed by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, share with our brothers and sisters. But what I found in Guyana, when I come here, I feel something different. I feel my hometown. I don't know, the weather is similar to Bangalore, and also whatever the food we have here is just like similar to Bangalore. And one thing special I found here, if you go to India, in Pakistan, in some other countries, if you go to a particular masjid, you will see it's an unfortunate thing. It should not happen, but it's happening. The people who belongs to other masjid won't go to that masjid. Being Muslim, they won't go to that masjid, and there is ignorance. You know, that's masjid is Allah's house. Anybody can go, anybody can come and pray. And but here, what I found, not only Muslims celebrate the Eid, the Eidul Adha and Eidul Fitr as well, and Eidul Milad Nabi, but the non-Muslims also, the Christian brothers and sisters and the Hindu brothers and sisters, they also involve themselves somehow with this Eid, and they share the festivity with them. That's something unique here. And what I want to mention here, that we need to promote this kind of brotherhood. We all mankind. Especially, I wanted to mention before that the Prophet Ibrahim is a father of almost many those who follow the scriptures, like the Christianity and the Judaism. both the respective Prophet Ibrahim, the father of all nations. So this should unite us together. And now the election is coming this month, and we have to portray our unity, and we have to be example for other countries. We should not create any problem being a civilization, being culturalized country, being a small country with having less population, with lots of resources. Once we be unite and be together, we can do a lot for this country. And the Guyana, I'm sure that it can be example for many, many countries if we promote same kind of brotherhood years and years, inshallah.
Inshallah. Beautifully said by Maulana. I also want to know that the Ministry of Housing that Minister Irfan Ali heads has also, you would have seen a number of the festivals where the staff of the ministry engage in emancipation, Diwali, Eid al-Fitr, and so on. He will have the staff take part by sharing those festivities among the staff. Very excellent.
Let me mention one more thing. Yeah. I can't skip this one. Because, see, once you are, it is said, it's beautifully said, that once the fish is inside the sea, in the water, that fish may not recognize the importance of the water. Once that fish come out of the water, then only feels the importance of the water. Sometimes we are being in Guyana, we may not understand the importance of being in Guyana. What Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala blessed for this country. Once we go out, then we may realize. One thing I found here, which is Islamically promoted, like if you go to the lifestyle of our noble prophet, or the lifestyle of the great Sahabas, they were very simple. Simplicity is one of the uniqueness of Islam. I found here, being a minister, if you go to India in some other party, I don't want to backbite our governments, but this is the custom already exists there. And we appeal our governments there, we appeal all the governments of the world that to be with the people, be simple, allow them to speak to you. What I found here, if you want to meet a minister, it's no problem. Easily you can meet a minister. And ministers will attend several occasions. They come meet with the brothers and sisters. They won't have any problem. That, I think, it's a very uniqueness of this country, and I hope that this pattern, our governments, whoever comes, they keep it and they pass this trust to further generations.
Nice said, Maulana. We want to come back again. All the best. Eid Mubarak on behalf of His Excellency and, of course, the government and, of course, all our sponsors and here at NCN. When we conclude our program shortly before I continue on radio, we will make a dua, inshallah, as we normally do when we conclude, asking Allah for His guidance and for His mercy and for this beautiful tranquility continue. You know, when we go to the polls come the 28th of November, we think of our future, we think of our children's future, our children's future, and the beautiful country of progress to continue, inshallah. Eid Mubarak to you.
Have a good night, Raymond.
Not too bad, alhamdulillah. Oh, this is Satan. Hi. Pick up the voice. Go ahead.
What everybody?
Brother A trying.
I want to extend this Eid Mubarak to the entire nation, especially the Muslim community. And may with the message, may your sacrifice be blessed and accepted, and may your selflessness be forever intact. And may your blessings be abundantly rewarded, may you be rewarded abundantly with blessings, and may your every goal be achieved. And in it all, especially at this time, during the election period, may this unity and oneness in mind continue, and the people will never fail to see what is real progress. Thank you.
Thanks a lot for calling, my good friend Prabhu Satan from the Camberville area, hard worker, and so on. Eid Mubarak to you. Hello? We've lost that call. Maulana, let's go quickly. Time is really going here. Quickly on the Hajj itself.
Now we are here, and at the same time, I can't forget those moments while I was there in Mash'ar. Now it is I think there it's time of the early morning. Now they are heading to early morning. Now they are in Mash'ar picking stones, to pebbles to stone the shaitan. After the morning Fajr, they move from Mash'ar to the Mina, and the first thing they do in the Eid day, they stone the pebbles to the shaitan, the greater shaitan. And as I mentioned, this is the just replica to throw away whatever we have wickedness within ourselves and struggle against the shaitans and devils of outside and the present day. That is the Hajj of Ibrahim. That is the lesson we can take out of this action. And then they go for the Qurbani, and there we here enjoy doing Qurbani because we don't have such crowd here. But once you go there, you feel plenty of Muslims and from across the world, like around 3 million Muslims gathering in one place, and it's a miracle happening there. Now they all sacrifice, and then they shave their heads and they do taqsir, and then they stay in the Mina and they chant du'as and these things, and this is called Hajj. Hajj is something I can't mention all those things which we are doing in Hajj in this limited time, but one thing I want to mention, which normally we won't pay much attention on that. Once you wear the clothing of ihram and say labbaik Allahumma labbaik, then certain things are haram. That's why we call this ihram. I mean, certain things is prohibited. We cannot do that. One of those things, you cannot use the perfume, right? And even not only that, if something bad smell comes to you, you cannot avoid. I can't find why it is so. Why in other occasions, having perfume is recommended in Islam. Strongly recommended. Once you go to Eid, you go to prayer, have perfume. So people should see, like it is makruh to eat onion before attending a gathering. It means you should not harm people. There, you should not use perfume. Not only that, once bad smells comes to you, you should not avoid. It shows only obedience to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah wants to test how much you are obedient. So are you accepting this while your mind is not ready to accept that? Once you accept it, means you are obedient. That is called Hajj. Hajj shows the total obedience of a Muslim there, and removing all the clothes, wearing the only ihram clothes, and irrespective of race, irrespective of nation, irrespective of which country you are, which place you are, what age you are, what color you are, everybody goes there and they say one thing, labbaik Allahumma labbaik, labbaik la sharika laka labbaik. It is something like those who already visited there. During this time, I myself feel something uncomfortable. Why I'm here? I should be there. And I thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I visited 6 times. I performed Hajj and 1 time Umrah recently. But still I want to go there. Still I want to be
Allah
there.
bless you. Haji Syed, I want to bring you in here. You've been to Hajj recently. You just last year came back from Hajj. What would be your most memorable moment?
Oh, my brother, Hajj, I really cannot say much about Hajj. You have to go there and get the real feelings of Hajj. If you cannot afford, make dua to Allah. Any and all body can go there to Hajj. Allah have to choose you to go there. And once you go there, you will want to go back. You will want to go back all the time.
The call is there. It's great. The call is there.
It's great.
There is a beautiful hadith I don't want to skip here by our noble Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He says, "Al-Jumu'atu Hajjul Fuqara." The Jumu'ah prayer is Hajj for those who cannot make the journey for the Hajj. So this option is open. Once we cannot afford to go to Mecca, let us go to Jumu'ah prayer. Let us attend these gatherings.
Yeah,
so
true.
it shows our intention that we are with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We are seeking nearness to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
Eid Mubarak to you.
Hi. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam.
Hi. I would like to express my sincere gratitude to you, and I wish you all a happy Eid al-Adha.
Many happy returns to you. And where are you calling us from, sir?
I'm calling from Victoria.
Victoria on the east coast of Demerara. Nice village. I passes there quite often. To all the people on the east coast of Demerara, all the best to you. Thanks for calling.
All right, thank you.
And yeah, all the villages on the east coast, Golden Grove, Anns Grove, and so on. All the best to you tomorrow. The whole significance, and maybe quickly, let's bring it here. The meat, when it's being distributed, 1/3 of that Qurbani meat, the sacrificial meat, goes to oneself, friends and relatives, poor and needy. That also is given to our brothers and sisters in humanity. Not all is given to Muslims. Maybe you take a minute.
Yeah, it is mentioned here that 1/3 is for ourselves, and 1/3 for the relatives and friends, and 1/3 is for poor and needy. Poor and needy, any person may be the poor and needy. So that Islam promotes the brotherhood, and as I mentioned before, it balances the society, in our society. Like poor and needy, once they don't have proper food, and you see the rich, they have excess of food. I was used to mention this in several occasions, that both the poor and the rich, they think before what to eat. And this what to eat is different compared to both of them. The poor don't have anything and say what to eat. And the rich have many things, variety, and can't decide what to eat, and they still question what to eat. So this what to eat is totally different. One is not having anything and says what to eat, and one is having variety of things and can't decide and say what to eat. Islam says this is not just. The justice is those who have variety of things, lots of things, they have to take off that and share with those who don't have anything. So then both of them should not raise the question what to eat. Both of them will become safe. That balance Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants to establish in our societies. This is one of the philosophy behind the sharing meat with others. We can share meat with our Muslim brothers and sisters as well as our non-Muslim brothers and sisters. They're all brothers in humanity. Nothing wrong in it, and rather I think it is more appropriate, so you can invite them towards a beautiful deen and religion, which is the religion of
correct?
Islam.
Time is going. We want to wrap up just now. I want to give Haji Zayed 2 minutes to just wrap up with his beautiful munajat. But is it right if someone consumes forbidden thing like alcohol, could they use the meat?
It is mentioned that sharing meat with the persons who are educated, who are learned, who are pious is the best. As much those who pray, those who are good Muslim, or those who are good in humanity, it is the best. But what I find, one in all negatives, you will find one positive in it. I want to mention this. While Prophet Isa ala nabiyyina wa alihi wa alayhi salam, while he was walking along with his companions, he saw the dead body of the dog, and it was smelling too bad. The companion said, "Oh, what a bad smell!" And same time, Prophet Isa said, "Oh, what a bright teeth of that dog." He want to say that while you are looking on the negative things, in the same negativity you will find one positive thing. So you have to look on positive. Here what I want to mention, who knows, this meat is blessed meat, and I don't know, many people told me, and I myself experienced, while you slaughter an animal, ordinary animal, and you eat, it won't taste that much. While you take the Qurbani meat, tastes better. You can experience tomorrow. And this meat is blessed meat, not the ordinary meat, because it is the Qurbani meat, right? Who knows, once you share this meat with that person, he may come out of this consuming alcohol after that. So make this intention and share with that person. That's my opinion.
That's a nice one for us to learn. The time is going. Let me take 2 quick calls before we wrap it up. Eid Mubarak to you.
Mubarak Eid.
Thanks for calling. You calling us from Essequibo? I want at least one or two other calls from Essequibo, but go ahead. You go ahead.
I would like to send a Namaste greetings to my husband, Brother Idris, and my son Syed, and to all the Muslim brothers and sisters out there, and to you as well.
And thanks for calling. You calling us from where? Where?
From Diamond News Team.
Diamond News Team. All right. All the best. That's the masjid inside. What time they pray in Salah tomorrow? You don't know? 6 o'clock too?
Yes, inshallah.
Oh, yeah, all right then. Thanks for calling. Good. All the best. We take one more call quickly and then we want to wrap it up here. Eid Mubarak to you.
Eid Mubarak and Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.
I'm calling all the way from Berbice.
All the way from Berbice. We're happy you're to us. Go ahead.
I just want to extend Eid Mubarak greetings to all of Guyana and everybody in the entire world, and hope that this Qurbani not only sacrifice the physical sacrifice of it, but let's make intention to have internal sacrifice and give up some of the physical things, because the lessons behind Qurbani is not merely the animal that we sacrifice. And if all of us can take a lesson from this, especially in this political weather in Guyana at this moment, I think we can move forward in the positive direction. With that said and done, I would just like to extend special greetings to the two masjid in Cotton Tree, because I'm calling from number 2, and I attend a small masjid in
That's number 2.
Yes.
That used to be old Meji Mursaleen Masjid.
Yes,
and then
that one.
Yeah, then the other brother that died too, Ibrahim used to come from Shilstown. Yeah. Who's now in charge of that?
Brother from Bangladesh. His name is Idris.
Okay. I think I know that brother. I was up there not so long ago for a function, and also there was a wedding. And there's another wedding coming up there on the 27th, the day before the elections.
Yeah, there was the Hakim wedding in Cotton Tree you went to.
Yeah, okay. Go ahead.
So, on behalf of myself and my husband, we would like to extend Eid Mubarak to all the brothers and sisters, especially of number 2 masjid that we attend. And we pray our Salah tomorrow at
7 o'clock at the smaller masjid there at number 2.
Yeah,
thanks for calling, sister. May Allah bless you and the family. Number 2, may Allah bless you and also the brothers and sisters of Cotton Tree. All the best. Assalamu alaikum. Eid Mubarak. Bushlot, Imam Sher Mohammed, also Bath Settlement Johnny and the brothers and sisters, Rosignol, Blaymond, Shilstang, over the river, lower, upper, middle, central quarantine, throughout Guyana. Time has caught up with us. Briefly, your closing remarks, and then after we're going to end the program with Haji Zaid.
One thing I want to mention for tomorrow: life is not for eating, rather eating is for living. So tomorrow we may share lots of meat. Let us ponder on this hadith by our Imam Ali alayhi salam. He says, do not make your stomach the graveyard of an animal. So it's better to eat as we require, not to waste our stomach. We have to be careful. Tomorrow the Qurbani meat is very good to eat, very good to taste, but we have to be careful about our health also.
Brothers and sisters, we want to thank you so much, dear viewers, for the time you spent with us. We're going to continue for another hour or so on the Voice of Guyana, and you can join us then. Remember, tomorrow, very sacred. We must remember to visit the poor, the sick, the needy, whatever we are blessed with. After all, we would have done our Qurbani. Let's visit, let's share it, and let's share love and joy, and let this peace and tranquility that we enjoy continue, inshallah. And come after the 28th, that love and brotherliness must continue. There's a beautiful country. There's the lessons of Eid. All the festivals we celebrate tells us about unity, love for one another, caring for each other. And so we would want that to continue, inshallah. So again, from all of us here, from NCN, from all our sponsors, to you all, particularly our Muslim brothers and sisters, tomorrow Qurbani, may Allah bless us and may Allah accept our sacrifice, inshallah. May He forgive us. May He crown it with success and glory. Haji Zayed will now close us off with dua, munajat, and make this supplication for us. Haji Saab. Yeah, Ameen.
Allahumma Ameen. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما صليت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد اللهم بارك على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما باركت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك في العالمين حميد مجيد ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار وادخلنا الجنة مع الأبرار وادخلنا الجنة بغير حساب يا عزيز يا غفار رب العالمين أرحم الراحمين. Almighty Allah, gracious, merciful Lord, grant us good in this world and good in the hereafter, and save us from the fire of hell. Almighty Allah, help us to remember you and to give thanks to you and to worship and serve in the best of manner. To our mothers, our fathers, our grands, our ancestors, living or deceased, Almighty Allah, shower them with blessings as they took care of us when we were small and helpless. Almighty Allah, accept this prayer, accept this humble supplication. You are all hearing, all knowing, most forgiving, most merciful. Almighty Allah, accept our sacrifice tomorrow, our Qurbani, Almighty Allah, and grant us your blessings, Almighty Allah. Forgive us all our shortcomings, Almighty Allah. Ya ilahi bekasoo ko sirf tera asra hai damane ummeed barde हम गरीबों की दुआ है या इलाही चाहिए तेरा करम बस तेरी रहमत का सहारा चाहिए तेरा करम बस तेरी रहमत का सहारा गैर का मुहताज मत रख बादब ये इल्तिजा है दामने उम्मीद भर दे हम गरीबों की दुआ है या इलाही सुन सदा मेरी मोहम्मद मुस्तफ़ा का वास्ता है जिनके खातिर तूने मौला ये जहां पैदा किया है दामने उम्मीद भर दे हम गरीबों की दुआ है या इलाही اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد عبدك ورسولك النبي الأمي وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون والسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين اللهم صل على سيدنا مولانا محمد بارك السلام اللهم بارك على سيدنا مولانا محمد بارك السلام الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم